trial for something drug related.
Yeah.
And you have all these killers, rapists, murderers, and everything, and they're outside or whatever, and you know they're killing one person. At the most, like they'll go on a spree, and the spree is what, like 5-6 people. You're making something that's killing an entire community. I mean, how does that even relate? So again, I go back to, you know, my heroes or whatever. My heroes are the ones that are teaching these kids that, you know, life is more than that. Those are my heroes, you know. And you have these people throughout history, and it's like I don't want to say any like direct names because it's more than the people that have the direct names. It's like it's the people that you don't hear about that are doing so much, because like this is my philosophy. You know, when you do something right, you know, people aren't going to be sure that you even done anything, but they'll see changes. Yeah. So that's how I feel about my heroes or whatever throughout history.
I remember you was talking about the drug slang and how it's killing our people. Then I get to thinking about the food industry.
Exactly.
You know, and you see that us in America, we have like a really deadly ass diet. So I mean, I'm thinking, what's more deadly, like slinging dope to your own brother, or these devils making this whole food economy on us? Because no, it's low quality and all that. It's killing us slowly, just like the drugs is.
Man, I think they go hand in hand because they use those same drugs that they use in poison. They use to poison your mind, they use to poison your body. Like if you look at the ingredients, if you look at the ingredients to your food and you don't know what everything is, you shouldn't be eating it. Like hands down, you shouldn't be eating it. Like I remember everybody was up in arms about high fructose corn syrup. One thing that can kill you. And then the people from the company, they made a commercial, and they were like, you know. It was the guy was like, haven't you heard about high fructose corn syrup? And the girl was like, heard what? Oh, you know, it's bad for you. She's like, oh why? Because what? Because it's sugar made from corn? Corn is the most genetically modified food in like the world, next to soybeans. And whenever you put in a substance inside of, you know, inside of food that's caused like, you can, alright, let me, prime example. Have you ever been somewhere like you go and you buy all these snacks or whatever, and you notice all inside of all of them.
Yeah.
And you can eat and eat and eat, it's like you're not even getting full. Man, that stuff is like, it's suppressing your appetite. It's causing you to be obese. It's causing you to, you know, not
high blood pressure.
Yeah, it's killing you slowly. But the thing is that so many people make money off it. And it doesn't matter how strong a drug is, how much it kills you. As long as it's somebody making money, they're going to continue to make it. For example, like cigarettes. Everybody knows how bad they are for you. But the thing is that, you know, it's $1 billion industry. And also, like, and I'm not even gonna get on cigarettes too much because, you know, we all know about it. And then we all know how they put extra stuff inside it, like to keep you addicted. Like they increase the nicotine, like they market towards you. It's like they even have a smokeless cigarettes for, like it's like a $200 cigarette. It's like they have different flavors. They say it's not for younger people, but I mean when you come out with something that's like, you know, sour apple flavor, who's gonna buy that? And like they even put it to where like you blow out the smoke and it doesn't have the carcinogens inside of the smoke, and it's electronic. You know, so they're trying to make so where like you can go anywhere and smoke or whatever. Like they're trying to make it look cool and everything, so that, you know, when people see you, it's like, oh, you know, I want to smoke or whatever, but I'm not sure. And it's like they market towards like, oh, you don't have all that like deadly smoke inside it, so, you know, I can smoke this and, you know, I still be alright. No, it still has some nicotine in it. It's still getting you addicted. It still has carcinogens in it. You're just not exhaling them, but you're pulling them in. What's another one? Because I got so many of them. What you said?
Soul food.
Soul food. I remember I was watching an episode of the Boondocks, and like I guess it's Rod, like he put it first. It's like, you know, the whole, like even the movie, like the movie's about like these people are eating like all, like how I went back, so, like they eating all this food that's like killing you and everything, and like, you know, somebody like ends up dying over this food, and what do they do after? You know, they grieve, they mourn, and they go back to poison themselves with the same food. Like I had, like, and it hits home for me because, you know, I know how bad this food is for you. I know how much fat, carbs, and everything else like in it that you shouldn't even be eating this crap like on an everyday occasion. Like meat, for example. You shouldn't even be eating meat all the time. Milk. Like I have so much about milk. I mean, you can't even feed another adult animal in the world milk. But we drink it freely or whatever from another animal at that. Like I had an aunt that passed away from eating all like this pork and beef and all this kind of crap like this all the time. And like I started thinking, I never really been real big on meat. Like I didn't eat pork in like over 10, 12 years. But like it made me look at beef and everything too. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, it's just as bad for you as the pork, but it's more widely accepted because like the type of fast food industry, like everything is beef. Like even the chickens, whatever. Like every once in a while, you'll hear the reports about how like they're like bioengineering these chickens or whatever, like, and they don't have beaks and they're fat and they're like raised in cages and everything like that. And the same way that they're doing these chickens, or whatever, they treat these cows just as bad. Like you can feed a cow its own fecal matter, he'll eat it or whatever, and then you have these different diseases that are coming around, like mad cow disease, that comes from that. So it's like, why even bother with it, Like, I mean, if you know something's going to kill you, why partake in it? I mean, it's stupidity. Like everybody says in moderation or whatever, but even in moderation, you still know it's going to kill you. You know it's going to bring down your lifespan. Alright, I'm going to throw this in there. There's something from a book I read from my cousin. It was like, not even a book, I read the book, but before I read the book, he told me, it's like, do you know what the biggest threat to the African race is? I was like, no. It's like the domestication of albino animals for human consumption.
Albino animals?
Animals that have white meat. Or even like vegetables and everything that are white. Just like pure white.
Yeah.
Because he started talking to me about melanin. Like melanin is the stuff inside of your skin that gives you your pigment and everything.
Right.
But he was like, melanin works another way. Like melanin causes you to regenerate cells faster, and it keeps your youthful appearance. And when you start eating like all these different types of meats and everything like that, these animals are melanin deficient, so it's cutting back in your lifespan because you're not reproducing melanin as fast as you should. So you start aging faster, and then you have all these ailments that come from it and everything. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, sure, you're getting the protein and everything, you're getting nutrients, but at the same time it's killing you. So it's like, it's helping you like right now, but in the long run it's like it's doing like this. It's causing you to progress and then come back, because you're gonna progress, whatever. You're gonna look fit and everything to an extent, but then you're gonna start like just withering. Like you're gonna notice like sicknesses that like aren't even prevalent in people normally, and then you're getting them, And it's like, why? why even entertain the thought of partaking in these things?
It's an ideology, I guess. But I mean, where you think we got that ideology from? Because we never used to eat like this. We came over here cavity free, a lot more healthier than we were. How did all that start?
Because we were exposed to it. It's not even that. This is my thing. It's not even that we're exposed to it first. It's like,
I guess the way you kind of do it.
Some of us like knew that, the type of diet, like some of us knew like what we should be eating. But then you see in the media, you see like other people eating all these other things that, they look nice, they taste nice, but they're not doing anything for you. And it's like slowly like we started to envy that. We wanted that. And once we got it, then after a while, like generations go by, it's just like, it's normal. It's not even like, people see it and they want it to an extent. It's because it's already ingrained in you. So after like a couple generations go by, it's not like you want this anymore. It's like it's just it's just there. That's what you're supposed to be eating to an extent. And like they even put it like for kids, like give kids candy, let kids eat junk food and all this other stuff, So they instill it in like an early age, like when they want it, like give it to them, and then they don't show you like how it's affecting you, and that's I think the main problem, that we don't we don't see. Like, we see it in the long run, but we don't really see it. And I'll go back to what I said about melanin deficiency or whatever. Like, you know, I'm not racist or whatever, I'm just pro-black. But like, you look at other races or whatever that aren't, like, I'll say Europeans. But that's a fair call. Say Europeans, like, you see, like, if you look at them age, you ever notice how when they age, like their skin starts to sag, you know, like
it crinkles up,
it crinkles and everything because they're melanin deficient.